So it was a time when gold was going up. Gold had been you couldn't buy or sell gold, and finally you could, and the price was rising, and it was rising, and we had a deal where Lenny Baum and I, well, we'd each have our own account. I was the boss, but we each had our own account, and in our own account, in fact, we both bought gold. We're supposed to be independent, but we both liked gold. The gold was going up. It started at $200 and $300 and $400, $500. It got to $500, which by today's standards would be like $1,500 or $1,800. And I said, this is a very high price. I'm getting out. And I sold my half. But Lenny, I think you should. No, you don't know how high this is going to go. You can't. This is going to go very, very high. I said, okay. So he stayed. It was $600. It was $700. It was $800. It got to $800. That day, I happened to be talking to a friend of mine on the phone who was a stockbroker, and in fact, he was my stockbroker. And I said, "How are things, Dick?" And he said, "Oh well, they're fine." This morning, my wife Lucy came into my closet and cleaned out all of my old tie clasps and cufflinks, and went downtown to sell them. They were gold, see? I said, well, you having a hard time in your family? Why is your wife said, oh, he says, she's a jeweler. I said, yes, I know that. So he said, so she only has to stand in the short line. I said, what do you mean, the short line? He says, don't you know that people are lining up and standing for hours selling their gold? I said, no, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. We had a phone in those days. If you picked it up, it was a different phone. If you picked it up, you went right to